the prosecution of a good and decent man, mainly me, Stutter, and John. When does it stop? 30 failing shows, mainly the shit Sandusky network attacking me again. When does it stop? It has to stop, shitware. You did another show about me last night, and I don't appreciate it. Neil's brother, stop talking about my boat. You don't talk about me, I talk about you. Neil's brother. 30 failing shows. 30 failing shows. How could they feel good about that? Good morning, Mike. 27 degrees in Buffalo, New York, 709. How's everything in your hometown? Let's go. I'll have a drink of my coffee here. Oh. And, little frost on the windshield over here in Buffalo. That's okay. When you have a rich man's car, Mercedes-Benz SL 420, it does pretty good in the snow. Better than the shitware. He doesn't drive. He doesn't read or write. 30 failing shows. Still talking about me. How could they feel good about that in America? How could they feel good about themselves? Now, what do you guys think about Neil's brother talking about my boat? Having a so-called boat expert on to analyze if I'm going out on that water. Well, you've seen 2 videos about me on the water. Oh, wow, Florida. I'm envious of that. Although I was raised in Buffalo, so I could take the winter. Someone's tailgating me. Some big pick-em-up truck is in a hurry. He will wait for the rich man's car. He shall wait. And I hate these people with their bright headlights. Disgusting. I have the OEM original vehicle manufacturer headlights and the Mercedes-Benz, and I can see fine. You don't need bright headlights. Why would they do that in this country? Why would they do that in America? Something the shitware would probably do. If you had a car, but you can't get a license. You gotta pass a license test at the DMV. You couldn't even find the DMV if I had to guess, folks. That's this case. 30 failing shows. So what do you guys feel about what's going on in the Dabbleverse? I watched Joey C's show last night. That was good. And then I watched the Uncle Rocco show. That was good too. I already forgot. Oh yeah, we had Cardiff acting up, right? Cardiff was acting up a little bit, and that's what I would expect out of a potato. Can't trust a potato. He was showing scenes of New York City, I believe, and just not being cooperative. I would never have that potato back on my show. Never. That's the thing in this deal. You got potatoes, you got oranges, you got a pineapple, smart ass pineapple. I don't agree with it. Yeah, the last one, Mike, he did it like 4 or 5 times. The last one, I was at work, so I couldn't watch the whole thing. You know, I only caught bits and pieces, but so I can't really give you a good recap, but and I don't want to wreck it for you, but Cardiff was being difficult a little bit, and Joey C declared war on everyone on the Uncle Rocco show. He called in a few times, I believe. No, he definitely called in a few times. My shows are interwinding, you know what I mean? But no, he definitely called in Uncle Rocco show a few times, and I wish they had more of a war, though. They're both trying to be too nice to each other, and it's still working. But I would go at it a little harder to give it more an effect. But that's me, because I'm an expert. You don't question the Duke. No one. If I was to do something like that, it would get a lot more attention. Because I have a lot more power in this Dabbleverse than these failing shows. That's been proven in this case. That's been proven. You don't question me and lie about it. Hey, TIO, how you doing? Is this the show? Yeah, this is the show. We're driving in the Mercedes-Benz. Rich man's car, SL420 Presidential Edition. Shit, did you hear that shit? Where? And you take the bus when you have to buy your daily bread? Oh, yeah, Peter. I always get premium fuel, it's, in my opinion. I know people don't like it, and that's their privilege, but I do get premium fuel. I've been getting premium ever since I was, driving at 16, so. And nowadays, the premium costs a lot more. When I was younger, it was only 5-10 cents more a gallon. Now it's like 50 cents more a gallon, but I'm used to getting it. That's a fact check! You don't question the Duke and lie about it, shit. Where? Rob, Saul's pregnant, whatnot. How you doing? Hey, hey, hey. Thank you very much for being here. Sorry about that. We're driving in the Mercedes-Benz. So I like to keep at least one eye on the road. Just one. And that's my privilege. That's a fact. We don't want to crash the Benz. This car is irreplaceable. It was specially made for me, specially ordered for me. What do you think about that, shitware? What do you think about that, Neil's brother? How about that? Neil's brother doesn't have a car. And like I said, the shitware, since he can't read or write, since he failed out of 2nd grade, he doesn't even have a driver's license. That's a fact, Jack. You don't question the Duke and lie about it. Liars can be tricky nowadays. Hope everyone's having a great morning. In this Dabbleverse. Thanks, Mike. I haven't been on in a while, so I felt it was necessary to come on. Talk about these 30 failing shows. That's a fact check. Got people lying about my boat. All kinds of untruths talking about my credit score. How'd they get my social security number? Shit, where? You don't talk about the Duke and lie about it. That potato had something to do with it. $1,000 for anyone that can give me Cardiff's phone number. I will be driving to his house. And that's a fact. He is not going to like what I have to say to him. It is not going to work, potato. You don't dox my information and lie about it. You don't use the whiteout and make documents and present them as truths. That's illegal. That's immoral. We're not going to accept that in this Dabbleverse. That's like Chrissy Mayer asking me if I dabble. How could she disrespect the Duke? How could you feel good about that? Well, you let him know I'm coming, Rob. I'm coming, and it's not going to be fun or games. It's not going to be flowers and roses. It is not going to be a good time. It is going to be pain and suffering for the potato. And we're just going to talk to him, YouTube terms and conditions. Okay, so that's a fact. It's backed up by documents. backed up by the truth. We're going to talk truth here. Because what you do in the dark comes out in the light. That's what we got to say about that. You don't get to escape justice. How's the Dub? How you doing? Thanks for being here. Thank you for respecting the Duke. Unlike the 30 failing shows. Unlike the dues payer, which he has not been paying his dues. See, the problem is, the dues payer is derelict in his duties. He can't get a real job. He got fired from his job working third shift at a Dairy Queen. He couldn't talk to customers with respect. That's good, Dub. He couldn't do it. He couldn't act like a decent human being. We got prisons for people like the dues payer. He should be in a jail, 8x8 cell. And Mike V agrees with me. And you guys agree with me. Thank you for agreeing with the Duke. You shouldn't even be in American jail. You should be one of these third world jails where they don't care about you, where they don't feed you regularly, where you don't have any human contact. Because there's concrete for a bed. We're talking about the Duke and disrespecting the Duke. And the Duke's whatnot. What about these shows? What about 30 failing shows? Why do they go on and talk about the Duke? Why is that okay in this country? We got people like the newspaper. He can't read or write. He doesn't respect the Constitution. He's never read the Declaration of Independence. We've been working on these documents since the first drafts of the Magna Carta in 1215 when King John II was overtaxing the peasants and they revolted. That's this case. So we ended up where we started off at the beginning, where the dues payer starts every day with hate. Showing my old clips. And he's doing me the favor. He's showing when I'm still successful. Showing when I was on the Howard Stern show. And the dues payer's never done anything substantial on that Howard Stern show. In fact, I take pleasure that Howard fired him. The dues payer's not a good and decent man like the Duke. I hear that, Rob. We don't need to bring life jackets because we can swim, unlike the dues payer. And just for review, my name is Guy. I don't accept non-performance. I don't accept less than perfect from my crew. And that's a fact. You got liars nowadays that lie about me. Like I said, liars can be tricky. You can't trust a liar. Once they betray your trust, it's gone forever. So you gotta catch these liars. Catch them. And we'll take a little boat ride. We'll have a little talk in the middle of the ocean. Let's see what they say about that in this country. You don't get to lie about the Duke without facing justice. The bill comes due at some point, newspayer. The bill comes due, and you'll have to face justice. You will have to face your crimes in a courtroom, which will land you in a jail cell. That goes for all the 30 failing shows. 30 failing shows. 30 failing shows. What do we say about these shows? Why do they do it? And you notice, it's never, they try to do a show that's not about me. And they always talk about me. I don't care if it's the Uncle Rico show, the Uncle Rico show, the Puerto Rican show. or the Whatnot Show. They always talk about me because I'm the most famous person in this Dabbleverse. Most likely the world. That's what we're talking about in this case. Who would you guys believe? A good and decent man? Like Rob Saul, he works hard, he's a union man? Would you believe Rob Saul? Or would you believe the dues payer? Someone that belongs in prison? I think you guys know the answer to that in this country. With this Constitution. With this Bill of Rights. That was based off of the Magna Carta from 1215. And we will be doing more Magna Carta streams. I can guarantee you that. I can promise you that. Dues payer. That's a fact, Jack. You don't question the Duke and lie about it. Try to trick the Duke. The Duke, and folks, this is not my first rodeo. This is not my first rodeo. I've been doing this for over 40 years. Let's review some of my talents. I have writing credits. I have acting credits. I have producing credits. Editing credits. I have a pension from the Writers Guild. Does the dues payer have a pension from the Writers Guild Association? I think you guys know the answer to that. And how's everyone doing today? It's a pleasure to be here. It's great to have you. This impromptu discussion about the evidence about the dues payer and why he's a bad dude, why he's a bad seed, why we don't accept it, and why we think you guys shouldn't accept it. In this case, this is the case. He's the man. He's the one. He's delinquent. He's deficient. He's not a D student. He's an F student. He's not going to escape his justice. Not this time. Not any time. The fact, Jack. Okay, so, Oh, thanks a lot, Mike. That means a lot. I go back and forth in my head about the best way to portray it. And there's some things I purposely don't do. And I try to take it in a slightly different direction and see how people act. And, but I appreciate that. See, Mike is a good and decent man. As for the rest of this Dabbleverse, I think you guys know how I feel about that in this case. And the evidence. Why I don't accept it. Thank you very much, House of Dub. Thank you very much, Mike. We're getting to the end here. Thank you, TIO. Peter, always great to see you, Peter. Rob Saul's pregnant. Whatnot, thanks for being here. Rob, my aunt for 4 months. Whatnot. Oh, thanks for being here. Rob's a good guy, though, as you agree. Thanks for being here. Madame Bluetooth. That's an interesting name. The Duke approves. Like, coming up to the end, because the Duke's a working man. No, scratch that. The Duke is at 7-Eleven getting beer. We're going to drink a lot of beer tonight. Chase, how you doing? I really appreciate everyone being here. I got to roll, guys. I hope you have a great day. Thank you very much for the compliment, Mike. We'll do our best. Unlike the dues payer doesn't do his best. It's criminal. Thanks again, guys. Bye now.